What's going on, guys? It's Trevor here, episode 1 of the podcast for you. We're going to do a little reboot on this one. Had some technical difficulties this morning, but here we go. We're back in the works. We're live. Who knows what's going to happen? Once again, daily commute, driving home from work now. A lot of traffic, it's amazing how even north of Toronto, this whole city is just crazy with the roadways. I find that in this area, the biggest thing, and it drives me insane, and I don't understand how this always happens, is the lights go out. It could be a sunny day or a rainy day, but the lights are always going out, and I'm thinking to myself, who is running this traffic system? Or at least, who's in charge of the electricity? Obviously, I don't know too much about this, but who's in charge of the electricity and the fact that these stoplights are constantly going out? You get there, treat it like a stop sign. Okay, we get it, we all know how to drive, but holy smokes, is it just an inconvenience? And they wonder why Toronto has the worst traffic in the world. Unbelievable. So anyways, still trying to figure this whole podcast thing out. So, for you new viewers, love suggestions. Definitely want to put some sort of direction to this podcast. I know I got, some say I've got a pretty interesting life, so, lifestyle is one way to go with it. However, I want to put some content out there into the world and be some sort of outlet for whatever it may be. So feel free, message me, let me know what kind of content you'd like to hear, and we'll make it happen. I'm going to Buffalo this weekend for Hallowe'en. Recap from the early podcast this morning. Still don't know what I'm going to be. I thought about it today. I got some wicked boots back at home, so the lumberjack costume is looking better and better every single moment. Some wicked lumberjack boots to put into this costume. Just rock them at the bar. Go down there. Already got set place. Going down with my buddy Zach. For those of you who don't know, mainly in this podcast, when I refer to somebody, it'll be one of 3 people. I'll just kind of list through them, so you new viewers can get a feel for it on episode 1 here. You got Zach and Adam. They're both from England. You got Zach. He's more of a, let's call him a working class hero. Works from home. He's one of those guys. Definitely a scrappy type guy. But he's got some bants along with him. Then you got Adam. Adam, he grew up with Zach, brought into the friendship group later in life. But, what can I say? The guy loves to party. I love to party. We get along well. Definitely, when you think of Adam, you think posh. He's currently studying in Florence, Italy. I know, Florence, posh, right? Can't put it past him. And then the last guy, fellow Canadian, fellow Canuck, all the way from Kamloops, BC, Mr. Sean. Sean, he's back in Ontario. Funny story about that in a little bit. Stay tuned. Back in Ontario, TA at the University of Laurier. I know, big time school there. I think I got rejected by them when I was applying to university. So I don't know how to feel about that. They didn't want me, so I don't know if I want to deal with Sean anymore. But he'll be, we'll try to get him on the podcast. We'll try to get all 3 of them on the podcast at one point in time. I'm going to see Zach this weekend, so maybe we'll be able to catch up with him and, show some weekend shenanigans. But yeah, for Halloween, I feel like it's always some sort of pressure to, have some sort of costume that's going to stick out for you and bring you the attention that you want or don't want, I guess. You wear a mask and you just hang out in the corner, and no one can call you a creep that night because it's Halloween, so it's all, fair play to you. But it's going to be exciting. Another idea was brought to me, Terrence and Phillip. I don't know if you guys watch South Park. Unbelievable show. The amount of times that I've eaten pizza logs and watched that show is ridiculous. But nonetheless, Terrence and Phillip, speaking problems after a day of work, I guess. Holy shit. Terrence and Phillip, excellent Canadian idea. Since I'm going to the States for Halloween, it'll be absolute thriller of a time little Michael Jackson shout out there. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm going to hang out with my buddy Zach. He's a vegan. For those of you, well, none of you know since you're new listeners. But vegan Zach, we're going to go hang out with him. We're going to have a good time. Have any of you eaten vegan bacon? I haven't. I honestly haven't. I don't know if I want to try it because every time I see it cooked, it cooks and looks like cardboard. And you know, to all you vegans, I've got nothing against you guys. I understand why you guys do it, whether it may be, you know, health reasons, whether it may be, you know, conservation of life. Obviously, animal life is no different than human life. You know, and then there's the other arguments about, you know, conserving the planet, the energy that goes into, you know, feeding animals and you know, farming an animal just to eat it. Doesn't, you know, seems kind of redundant. So I get it, but I've never had vegan bacon, and he loves this stuff. My guy loves it. He just munches on it every Saturday, Sunday morning I'm with him. And I just look at him and I can't. You know when you order a pizza and you wake up the next morning and you forgot to put the box in the fridge, you just leave it on the countertop, and you take the pizza out and you got the grease marks at the bottom in the middle of the box? That is what I picture him ingesting into his body. Now, once again, I'm not knocking on vegans. I'm not knocking on their way of life or whatever it may be. But this bacon, I just can't put it past me. I don't know what it is. But maybe I'll give it a try this weekend. We'll see what happens. Shout out to, we'll put it into the podcast and see how it goes. But this weekend it'll definitely be fun. Last time I was down there, Sean was with us. It was a good old time. We went out to this bar called Neat. Now, there's open up, for those of you who don't know, Buffalo's a smaller major city. It's a really fun time. If you haven't been, I really suggest going. They've put a lot of work into it in the last few years. I went to university down there, spent almost 5 years of my life down there, and I don't regret it for a second. They've built up the city and it looks so nice, especially the harborfront, the waterfront. Definitely go check it out. You won't be missing a thing. But there's this bar, it's called Neat. It's not quite downtown. You got to drive a little bit into the city, into the suburbs, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Now, for you guys who enjoy sitting on patios, this is the best. Absolutely the best. They've got couches. They've got fireplaces. They've got a fountain behind you. I mean, they've set up an unbelievable place for the city of Buffalo, which has, you know, kind of the reputation for being, you know, hard knock city. They've really got it set up right with Neat. Went there last time. It's a whiskey bar. If you like whiskey, go check it out. Shout out to Neat. Hopefully, another thing we're going to work on. We're going to work on sponsorships for this, you know, so we'll see what we can get. If Neat can sponsor me, I'd love it. Wouldn't hate a little drink here and there. But yeah, it was a great time. We all played university soccer together, except for Adam. Like I said, Adam is Zach's friend from England, joined us later on in life in the friendship group. But we all played soccer together, and we got, you know, obviously getting back with the boys. It's a good time, right? But it was funny, you know. There's one thing that I want to talk about, and it's Walmart groceries. Now, everybody knows Walmart. I mean, if you don't know Walmart, you're living in a friggin' rock somewhere, or underneath a rock somewhere. I mean, everybody knows fucking Walmart groceries. But I walked in there and I saw canned chicken breast. What in the hell is canned chicken breast? What is it? Like, I'm just picturing a fucking preserved, goopy piece of shit, which it probably is, that you're going to ingest. Like, Walmart, step up your game, man. Like, if you want to be, you know, roll back prices with the little happy yellow face, roll them back, but don't put it in my food. Put it in my beer. You know, I'll buy cheap beer. I'm okay with that. I'm not above that. You know, cheap clothing, whatever it may be that's cheap. I'll go and support your business. But in food, come on. canned chicken breast. Unbelievable. I could use that. I'm feeling I could use that preservative and just slick back my hair, and I would look like a 50s greaser. It would be an unbelievable sight. Rock that look, by the way. I can definitely do it. Going for a haircut tonight. Now, I don't know, do any of you guys have regular barbers? Because I feel like the relationship with you and a barber, it has to be special. Me personally, I've got a barber. Go see her all the time. I'm not ready to shout her out on the podcast yet because I want to keep her to myself. She's a fantastic barber. I will let you know it's in Oshawa, right off of Highway 2. I mean, you can pretty much access everything on Highway 2, but I'll leave it at that. She's fantastic. I had the toughest time finding a barber to trust in for the longest time. I mean, you go get your hair cut, you sit down in the chair, dude or girl comes, stands behind you. What do you want? And they whip through a 10-minute haircut, send you on your way. How the hell do you leave there feeling confident? There's no way you can leave there feeling confident. Like, she fucking took a lawnmower to the top of your head. It probably would have been better. But I found this girl. She's fantastic. She takes her time. Normally about a half hour, 45-minute cut. Does it right, But I remember one time I was at the barber's, and I asked the lady to kind of square up my sideburns and just kind of square me up, make me look sharp. I think I was going night on the town or something. Must have been a Friday night. Why else would excuse to look good, right? And she simply said to me, she's like, I can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? That's your job. I don't know how to do. I don't know what you mean by squared up. Well, take my sideburns and when they go around my ear or to my forehead, like just square it up a bit. Don't leave it all rounded and weird. Like just edge the lines. Make me look sweet. I'm going to the bar tonight. I want to, I'm going out to pick up a girl and bring her back to Curtis and love life. It's tough enough already as it is looking like me. I want to look the best possible. Square me up. So she couldn't square me up. She's like, I just don't feel confident. I don't think I can do it very well. Why are you in this profession if you can't square somebody's sideburns? Please tell me. That's like somebody working at a sports store and not understanding sports, Go work at a fucking hockey store and don't know how to skate. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But anyways, finding a nice barber is one of the toughest things, but it's worth it. When you find them, you feel great. You feel $100 every time you leave. You're willing to tip. You feel great. That those next 2 weeks you're feeling confident. You rule the world. So I'm happy. Needless to say, guys, I'm happy. I'm going to see her tonight. Do my thing. She's going to line me up for Halloween. I'll be the best looking lumberjack in Buffalo. We're going to rock on, party on. But yeah, just unbelievable stuff. Driving behind this Quebec person right now. People from Quebec are funny. They I guess it just leads you into elections. We had elections on Monday. I hope you all got out to vote. Voting's really important. I believe it's important. It's your as silly as some people think it is, and as small as some people think it is. It's really not. You get a chance to at least speak up for yourself in an area where majority of the time you can't. How often do you get to go and say, this is how you want things done? This is your opportunity to do it. So I do hope you all got out to vote. For me, I didn't know a lot of information on some of the candidates. So I voted for who I knew and who I believed was right for my community. And I just left the other ballots blank. I still showed up, still counted my vote, but it just goes on the fact that, I still showed up. I just didn't vote for anybody. I'm still counted, and it still shows that I participated. So I hope you guys all did something like that instead of just sitting at home. But back to the main point about these guys from Quebec. I'm going to try and not get myself in trouble, put a whole Don Cherry moment here on first podcast, get myself kicked off of broadcasting already. Good Lord. But, you know, there's a time when they're trying to vote each other out of the country and this and that and this and that. But they love being Canadian. You see, you know, people from Quebec and in the Olympics and representing Canada and stuff like that. They absolutely love it. Canada loves them as well. I don't get them. Like they're weird like that, you know. When it's convenient for them, it seems like they want the country to be all for them and all love them, and then next moment they're like, see you later. So either way, but I think that's it for me tonight, guys. We'll come back at you. Tonight's Thursday. We'll try to get one out by Monday or Tuesday. Updated content from the weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give me feedback. We'll continue on, you know, daily commute. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Peace out.